Hey guys, it's Mike the Baldadonis, and today is Thursday, which means it's Conspiracy Theories Thursday with Gary from the gym.
How you doing?
Good, buddy. And today, I couldn't make it up to the gym. I had a doctor's appointment. That's why I'm wearing this hat. I had some things with some, what did I get done? Skin?
Yeah, skin.
Skin, a little thing I get to take care of, but I have to make sure the light doesn't bother it. So with that said, what's on your mind today, bud?
Today, Conspiracy Thursday, geoengineering and weather manipulation or weather modification. Yeah. Right. And that's happening in our life, our environment, our world, our community. You can see it every day. You look up in the skies, you see the long trails that airplanes leave.
Now, some of these planes, how come I see, is it why I see longer lasting?
Yeah, those would be chemtrails.
Those are chemtrails.
But you want to use the words geoengineering because when you use chemtrails, oh, now you're a conspiracist. Now, conspiracy is because you don't hear it on your local television station. Right. You don't hear it in the mass media. So this is why we're talking about it. So you can know about it.
Right.
And it's about weather control, weather, war. Our military wants to control the weather by 2025. You can Google weather war 2025.
Now, why is it 2025?
Well, that's their goal.
Really?
This has started.
How's that get leaked out that people know that?
It's right there. It's right in the face.
Oh, it's news?
Oh, yeah.
But that's in the news?
No, that's not in the news. It's information you need to research yourself.
Oh.
You know.
Right.
Like I said, they don't tell you this in the mass media.
Okay.
Therefore, that's why it's a conspiracy. But it's in our life every day. And I mean, you see all the recent storms we've been having.
Right. I mean, it's been crazy. It went from 7 degrees the other day to 55 degrees or whatever it was the other in a week.
Yeah.
And we had a snowstorm in between.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm getting at is our military. Wouldn't it be better to have Mother Nature destroy a country rather than bombs? That's where you get the weather warfare. But anyway, it's also controls food prices or makes food prices go up and down because you just destroy farms, you destroy animals, you ruin corn crops that feed the animals. The feed goes up, your food prices go up. So this is how it affects you too. Anyway, I just want to bring this out, geoengineering. There are 2 websites, documentaries. I have the DVDs. It's What in the World Are They Spraying? And then after you watch that, watch Why in the World Are They Spraying? You ever hear of weather derivatives?
Not really.
Well, people that know what's going on can bet against their farm or bet against corn.
Really? Like insurance type of thing?
Yeah, they pay money into it.
Wow.
And then here comes a storm, wipes it all out, and they collect. That's one form.
Okay.
Things you can look up, microwave California drought. They've been going on a drought for 5 years. Now what happens, the idea is that farmers can't pay their bills because of the drought. Things don't grow and can't feed the animals. They either got to take a lot of bank loans out, so they go into debt, or they can't pay their loans off at all. So guess who comes in? Monsanto will come in and buy their land. George Soros would come and buy their land. Big rich millionaires would buy their land. That's just a way of land grab. This is a form of land grab.
Right.
See, they did this down in Australia.
Ted Turner's a big land owner. There's not many people that actually own their own land in America.
Right.
I mean, own it, not outright.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be a property owner? No.
No, I think I was seeing something.
Own it.
Yeah, they own it. Like I believe it's Ted Turner.
In other words, he wouldn't pay taxes on it.
Something like that. He owns like a lot of land, like in the Midwest, and that's his. He owns that. Right?
So this geoengineering, you'll see the chemtrails in the sky. You'll also go to what I want to bring across here is that everyone should just try to look up in the sky at least once a day, just to check it out. Once you get familiar with what they look like, you'll be able to understand. and then you might want to research it a little bit. But then, some days our skies look like bowling alleys. Some days they look like crisscrosses, tic-tac-toe.
Now, you don't think that's the exhaust being burnt off?
The exhaust back when we were growing up was contrails, and it followed the jet.
Okay.
So, it dissipated because it's water vapor. And water vapor freezes and it turns into like a mini cloud.
Okay.
But this stuff lasts there for hours.
Right, I see.
Now, so this is what I mean. If you just watch, just observe, everybody's always driving their car, I got to go here and there, because that's what we do. We're in a rat race. But the thing is, take some time, look up. Occasionally you see big birds fly by. You see the moon. You see things that you don't normally see because you don't look up. The sky is part of our life. It's our environment. This is what we inhale. And these are.
Okay, so what is?
I did this.
What does that mean?
When they spray out, what they're spraying is aluminum oxide, barium, strontium, silver iodine. What it does, it's little and nano particulates. And what it is like, to make a raindrop, you need a piece of dust, dirt, whatever, a little sand or whatever comes out, and the water molecule, the evaporation sticks to that, and that's where you get rain and clouds. But when they spray this stuff, they can actually dissipate clouds and not have weather in the sky at all. You see this murky gray all the time. And or they can just take, when it's going to rain, they just take it and push it away. Now, we've had droughts in our neighborhoods.
Yeah, sure, a couple of years ago.
And then people's wells are going out of style. We have farms around here. They're all losing their crops. It was just amazing. 2 years ago, it was the peaches. Peaches from Maine all the way down to Georgia. The whole East Coast, there was no peaches. They were just gone. They never grew. That's phenomenal.
Now, I know, up in Londonderry, they're taking down that apple orchard.
Yeah, woodman orchards.
Yeah, so they just destroyed acres of apples, right?
Well, yeah, that's development.
Yeah, that's development. So wouldn't that be development also down the East Coast? Maybe that's why.
No. See, the trees didn't sprout the peaches.
Okay.
There was no peaches.
Okay.
So either they brought the cold air in, and there was no bees that were going to fly around to pollinate the trees. Yeah. Or that's what I'm thinking. It was just cold weather. It must have done it or something. I don't know. It was just the whole coast. Maybe a community not to grow peaches, but the whole coast. But anyway, the companies that are behind this are Big Pharma, energy companies, Monsanto's, telecommunications, and the reason for this is that they can make prices go up or go down, not go down, but go up because of the problems they create. Wireless communication works better if there's no clouds in the sky.
That's true.
So if they dissipate clouds or not make clouds happen, their wireless can work better.
So the cell phone companies, they'll control the clouds.
They're part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. There's also Big Pharma behind it, because I'm going to get into this next week. This is just phase one. I want to do phase two, how it affects us humans, biological, how the animals and the environment around. I just want to bring to your attention geo-engineering. They're purposely spraying their military jets. They also put it in the fuels of the airliners. You'll see some days there's no flights, and then the next day there's 60 or 70 of these jets just flying around, every which way. Now, when we were growing up, I thought planes went from point A to point B. Usually in the airlines, they have certain times that the plane takes off and goes to Florida. Every airport has its own specific times. It isn't chaotic. What I'm getting at is the sky is no planes today, and then tomorrow, before it announces a storm coming in, they'll have these planes flying around. See, they spray here to make it happen over there. Now, I was looking in it. There's another video, Owning the Weather. Owning the Weather. That was my first DVD that I got. And I was like, whoa. So I looked up all the elements: barium, strontium, aluminum oxide, silver iodine. What are those things? So you can do that. But anyway, what was I getting at? Anyway, we have treaties. The countries of the world have made treaties the way they can't use the weather machine against each other. But there's nothing that says they can't test it or use it on your own country. And because the world is not just boundaries, the country of USA has boundaries. You can spray here, and the jet stream will take it over there. And
Right, yeah.
Ireland had big time hurricanes this year.
Yes, I know of one. I remember one.
Yeah. Anyway, how about Harvey? How can the weather people predict there was going to rain 50 inches of rain Harvey, which was in Houston, Texas. It rained one day, 50 inches of rain. I mean, that's almost as tall as you.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not normal. But that weather warfare, just destroy a whole area. Snow. How about the snow we had in October a long time ago? About 3-4 years ago.
And just to be honest, when I grew up as a kid, I remember going to school in October, it would snow. Very rare, but it would
right.
snow.
Well, we had that big storm, and then it never stormed the rest of the year. I mean, it never snowed the rest of the year. I'm just bringing that up, that they can chemically nucleate the clouds, the weather, and make it happen. Today...
So then why would they want to keep California so dry?
Food. Now food prices go up. Those who control the food control the people. See, and then they're taking over the farms.
Okay.
And then all the drought they had, and Poland Springs and all the water companies are coming in and selling water at a higher rate.
Well, I don't think they can. Can they legally? I know.
Well, it's supply and demand.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to Fenway Park. What do you pay for a little bottle of water?
That's okay.
They can try to. Anyway, California. I had New Hampshire residents moving to California. They didn't know it, but when this drought was going on, if they used more water than the municipality says that you've used, if you use more than what you normally would use, there was a fine involved.
Oh.
Okay, so this is what it is. Less water. People now have regulations. They can't water their lawn, wash their car, and get penalized. It's more, everybody's watching each other now. All because why? They don't want rain and water there. So look up microwave California drought. You can see that people have radar, and they show you how they block the water. See, naturally, the water comes off the ocean all over California, and that it just waters. That's why that's the biggest food basket for the United States is California. That's what it's the majority of our food that we get there from them. Also, when you were growing up, how many clouds was there?
3. I don't know.
3.
I don't know.
It was 4.
No, there's 4.
Only 4 clouds. That was
4 clouds ever.
Now, with this geo-engineering, NASA tells us there's 27 different types of clouds.
Oh, types of clouds.
Right.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant individual clouds. I'm like,
no.
Okay, so there's 4.
So I want to bring that about.
Okay.
Through the geo-engineering and the spraying, they can formulate different types of clouds. You can go on the website and check that out. NASA, just go NASA cloud charts. Now, what they do is they teach this to the children. So now the kids that I'd say from 1990 and up don't really know what real clouds are. Occasionally you'll see them. I mean, I long to see good clouds, nice, fluffy, heavy-duty things. I don't see it very often anymore.
I long for a good cloud too, buddy.
So this is our environment, and that's why I want to bring it up. There's a lot to it. You need to do your research. I'm only bringing it up just so entice you to see it.
Exactly.
The pieces of the puzzle. You just want to take pieces and put the puzzle together. Don't take everybody's.
Right. Get your own judgment out of it.
Right, and there's a lot of disinformation out there too.
Right.
But you got to ask yourself, why would they be doing this? Because it's not healthy for biology. It's not healthy for the earth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Exeter, just this week on the news, talked about they have the largest solar panels in the state of New Hampshire. Okay, well, NASA's telling us that because of their geoengineering, they're spraying that the Earth is 25% dimmer than it usually is. Yeah. Well, see, that's the contradiction. Think about it. The oil companies want to use the oil, and everybody wants to be pro solar or pro wind. Mm-hmm. Well, if you don't have wind blowing too much, or if you're blocking the sun from the to solar, you're not going to get much solar power. So there's contradictions there. And the geoengineering, what it is you see it, the scientists, the professors, Harvard, and what have you. They talk about spraying this aluminum, which is reflective, and they reflect the sun back. Okay. Therefore, you don't get, they claim it cools the planet a little bit, But
so it's not heating the planet?
That's their reasoning for telling us that they're doing this. But think about it. They're spraying aluminum particulates. It comes down. It's got some weight. It's a little heavier than air, but not very, So it's going to eventually come down. And if you're blocking the sunlight, what good is that for the plants? The plants are not getting the right UV rays, right. And same with us. Vitamin D. They say, the sun helps keep you healthy through vitamin D. So if they're blocking the sun UVs, you're not going to get the beneficial sun rays. So that's other aspects. Also, another aspect with the spraying, it's conductive. It's electrically conductive. In other words, they use HAARP, HAARP, and what it is a bunch of radio wave antennas that shoot up into the ionosphere, and they can take these electronically conductive elements and move the weather through high pressure and low pressure. That's all weather is high and low pressure.
Is that part of the
geoengineering with weather modifications? Yeah, it's just so interesting. It's just amazing. So, what's the purpose of knowing all this? One, protect yourself. And two, if we as a whole country can get together and try to stop this. Congress knows all about it. Congress has bills written for it.
Right.
There's plenty of patents with the weather.
I get to catch chiming in.
No, that's cool. Saying we're talking too much.
Yeah, right.
I want to get in there. But anyway, there's plenty of patents out there for weather modification. It's just mind-boggling. So if you feel as though it's a conspiracy, it can't be, because they got too many patents and it's in our face all the time. So just do your research. What in the world are they spraying? Why in the world are they spraying? Those will get you started.
Okay.
And then next week I'd like to talk about the biological effects with humans, pets, and the environment.
All right. So there you go, guys. Conspiracy Theories Thursday night edition, because I couldn't make it to the gym this morning, so we're doing it tonight. So on that note, guys, Baldadonis out.